Hello everybody, this is my Arthur vlog, Arthur Season 1, Episode 4, Arthur Spelling Trouble. Let's get into this episode. So the episode starts with Arthur having to stand on stage, and it seems like it's really important because he has a tuxedo on. I think it's a tuxedo, I'm not sure what you call it. But anyway, it seems like a really big event. So we get the title card, and then their principal, Mr. Haney, he says the all school spellathon is coming up. Then Francine, Arthur, and Prunella talk about the spellathon and stuff like that. Then Arthur's teacher, Mr. Ratburn, says to the class they're having a spelling test. Then he tells everybody that the winner gets a special surprise. And they all go outside waiting for their moms to pick them up. They start talking about the prize. And then we all see what Arthur's friends are doing to study. Francine puts her special reading glasses on that we saw in the first episode of Arthur's Eyes. Then Brain has a bunch of books and he's trying to spell antidiscetarianism. Yeah, I remember that word. I know how to say it. Then his dad tells him to just do antidote. Then Muffy has all the rich and glorious stuff, and she has a computer to tell her what the answers are. And this computer is something else. Never seen anything like it. Then Buster, instead of studying, he just goes to the knick-knack shop and buys a Lucky Charm with a 4-leaf clover on it. Then Arthur's dad is making a food sculpture of what I think looks like Hercules. And then Arthur has this radio that tells him the letters of what the first word he's supposed to spell. And guess what it is? Aardvark. Aardvark if you don't know how to spell it. Then he goes to his treehouse with the radio and starts singing the song of Aardvark. Then DW comes up. He tells DW to go away. Then Buster comes up. He tells Buster to go away, even though he doesn't know it's Buster. Then Buster gives Arthur some really, really bad advice. He says, if you don't know it now, is one more hour really gonna do it? And then bribes him into going to the arcade. Then he tells him you're more the go have fun type and not the type that studies. Then it's the next day, and they're at school. Then Buster reminds him about the test, and then Arthur's like, I forgot to study. Then Mr. Ratburn comes in. Then he tells Francine that Buster and him went to the arcade. Then the whole class lines up for the spelling bee. Then he thinks of ideas to get sick and go to the nurse, which is kind of funny because he says maybe the heater will make him hot so he doesn't have to do it. And I'm like, that will not work. Then Mr. Rapper asks him the word aardvark, and then, of course, he does a little song and his dance. Then Francine loses to the word pleasant. Then we get some funny lines from her. Now Arthur and the Brain are the class winners, and guess what the surprise is? The national school competition spelling bee. Then Arthur talks to Mr. Ratburn about he doesn't think he should be in the spellathon. Then finally this boy gets some good advice from the teacher, and he just tells him, do more studying. It will help if you do more studying. Then he's talking about that he can do it at the dinner table at his house. Then we get some funny lines from DW. Then DW sneaks into Arthur's room while he's studying. There's a lot of books, really. That's really a lot of books. Don't you just need one dictionary or something? Then Arthur's mom bribes DW into ice cream, and then we get some more funny lines from DW. Then Buster tries to give Arthur some bad advice again. Then Arthur finally shoves him out. Well, not shoves him out, but gets him to go away so he can study. Then obviously Buster does not know how to spell sorry. He thinks it's sour. Then Arthur starts spelling every single word he hears and says without even thinking about what he's about to spell. He just says it. Then Francine and Buster comes over trying to make him play some football. Then some more funny lines from DW. Like, really, this has to be the most funniest line ever. I'm not going to show you it, but you can check out the episode by yourself. Then he's in the kitchen, then Kate says Gluba. Then he spells Gluba. Wow. Then it's the next day. His grandma's over to cheer him on. They're at the house, and then he starts saying, I'm nervous. Then they're at the school. Some more funny lines from DW. Then Prunella says it's starting, and they're about to light the Spellathon torch, which I've been in a Spellathon myself at school before, and they never lit a torch. But this show was made back in the late 1980s, I believe. So maybe they did do that. I don't know. I'm only 10. Then Principal Haney gives out the first word to Brain. It's fear. And Brain looks really nervous. Like, his face, if you pause it right at the right time, his face looks so shocked. And he messes up on fear. Then we get some funny lines from fear. Fear doesn't talk. We get some funny lines from Brain when he loses. Then some other kid loses from the word pieces. Then it's only Arthur and Prunella. Then Mr. Haney tells Prunella the word champion. She gets it right. Then it's time for Arthur to go to the stand. Then he gets the word suggest right. Then Prunella says, don't think you're going to try to beat me, Arthur. Wow. Just wow. Then she loses by the word preparation. Then Arthur has to spell the word preparation, and he gets it right. Then he gets this massive award. I'm not even sure how he's supposed to pick it up. It looks metal, but it's probably plastic. Then Arthur's happy that the Spellathon is over. Then Mr. Rapper comes around to congratulate him. That was Arthur Season 1, Episode 4, Arthur Spelling Troubles. I hope you liked it. And fun fact, this is actually the first episode of Arthur we see Grandma Dora. Just wanted to point that out. So, goodbye and come back every single day for more content. Hello everybody, this is my Arthur vlog.